Well, hello everyone, sports fans, Blues Nation. This is Comics Baker TV here once again. So, time for another prediction video. As it's this Friday night, we have the Blues taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning uh, in the first of a back-to-back, facing both teams from Florida, the Lightning and then the Panthers on Saturday night. And yeah, so facing Tampa Bay, the three-time defending Eastern Conference champions, and yeah, they've been in the Stanley Cup final the last 3 years. They lost in 6 games last year to the Colorado Avalanche, and yeah, so they've been one of the best teams uh, for the past few years. And in 2019, they won the President's Trophy, had the most points in the entire league, and got swept in the first round. And yeah, so they arguably were favorites to win the Stanley Cup that year, but they didn't even get out of the first round, which was pretty crazy. So, and well, the Blues, we had our 7-game win streak snapped Wednesday, losing 6-2 to the Buffalo Sabres. And, disappointing to see it end and on a sour note. But, it had to end at some point. And we have 20 points, now tied for fourth most. They're tied for fourth in the Central Division, along with the Jets and Predators, I believe. Yeah. And Dallas Stars are in first place. Speaking of them, we will face them when we return home on Monday night. And the Lightning, of course, led by longtime forwards Nikita Kucherov and Steven Stamkos, as well as defenseman Victor Hedman and star goalie Andrei Vasilevsky, one of the best goalies, if not the best goalie in the league. And so many playoff games, of course. Yeah, the Lightning, they've been in the past 3 Stanley Cup finals. They've been in the playoffs the past, 7 years or something. So, and they're off to another good start this year. Well, I believe defenseman Robert Bortuzzo of the Blues was placed on injured reserve the other day. I think he has a lower body injury, so he'll be out for the time being. And yeah, and Jordy Binnington, who gave up 6 goals on Wednesday, but has still been pretty solid. And the Florida Panthers, who we will face tomorrow night, won the President's Trophy last year, had the most points in the league, which probably surprised a lot of people. And they're, of course, now led by former Calgary Flames forward and St. Louis native Matthew Tkachuk, the son of longtime Blues player Keith Tkachuk. So, he had 100 points last year with Calgary. So anyway, see what happens in this one. This should be a fun game to watch too. Basically, the last two some of the last few teams that have been in the Stanley Cup, the Lightning, and the last 3, the Blues, of course, were in it and won it in 2019. So anyway, see what happens. So till Friday, Comics Picker saying, go Blues.